I'm Chloe, and welcome. Today I'm going to show you some great dollar store DIY projects for summertime. If you saw, we did some of these at Christmas and they were really popular, so I hope you like what we're showing you today. So I headed out to the local dollar store, and full disclosure here, the only thing I'm not using from the dollar store for this project is I'm using S-pins, which I know Lynn, who's behind the camera, will come in and show you. Let me show you. They're called S-pins because the little S shape at the top, or they're also called floral pins. And I buy these in bulk, so I had a whole bunch, so I did not buy those there. And also my glue gun and my hot glue. But I have dollar store flip-flops, a couple of pair of dollar store sunglasses, and colorful lays. This is not the prettier silk flower ones, but the cheap old plastic ones, okay? You're gonna, why is she using those? And a little tip before we get started, do not cut these, because if you cut them, you will just have a pile of colored plastic in your hands, okay? I've already shared this on Hometalk and over at my blog. I blog at celebrateanddecorate.com. And I made this one a little different. Before we're done, I'll show you the other one I made. But this one, I've decided I'm going to roll 3 of these lays like this. And then I'm going to take one of these pins. You see they quickly unrolled. And I'm just going to stick this right into the styrofoam. And these styrofoam wreaths I got right at the dollar store. And then I'm going to twist this and pull it around. This is a really quick and really easy project, and I think it's like great if you're having like a summertime luau or a summertime pool party. This is a great little project. So when you get to the end of those 3, same thing, you're just going to push the S pin in, okay? And I've got a little of the yarn showing there, and I'll just twist that and cover it up. So here we go. I'm going to take 3 more. And give them a little twist and push this real full next to here. So just fluff these up, see? And I have one that must have been a little longer. It's sticking out. I mean, these are dollar store lays, so they're not going to be exact. So just secure that again with one of those S pins, and where this is just sticking out, I'm just going to pin it down, okay? These would probably kind of make a good decor item for Cinco de Mayo too, I think. So let's grab 3 more colors. When I show you my other one, somebody told me it looks like it's a Muppet. So you'll have to see what you think when we get all done, if you think it looks like a Muppet. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going. So we're just going to keep going around here. These... Now, I think when I made my first one of these, it cost me $7. And these lays were 6 for $1. But I think I may be using, the way I'm making this one, I may be using more. So this might come out to a little more if you make it this way. But you could also follow my directions on Hometalk. I gave you a step-by-step tutorial. And if you do that, it will cost you a whopping $7 for this cute front door decor. Okay, let me see, a green one. I got 2 different colors of green and another orange, okay? It's better, but I'm not liking it better. So when I show you the one that I made and posted on Hometalk, I don't think I'll take pictures of this one and add it to it. It's very bright and colorful, but I'm not sure that I like it as well. My mom's watching in the corner. And I made this for her door this year because we just painted our house, and her front door to her apartment upstairs used to be green, and now it's white. And she's like, it's so plain. And I'm like, don't worry, I'll make you something colorful. So you've got one all multicolored, ready to go there. And let me see, I think I'm going to use the green flip-flops. So I'm just going to take these flip-flops and cut them apart. And I want to cover up, I got a little bit too much of that color there. So I'm going to take this and put a good amount of hot glue on it. And I'm going to let the hot glue sit for a minute because, again, we're working with plastic here and it will melt if, so I'll let it sit just a minute. I think it's melting the flip-flop too. My glue gun gets things very hot. And I'm just going to push that down right on there. And that will stay, okay? So while that, we're going to get ready to do the next one. And I want my other flip-flop to look like people are walking on the beach. So it's going to go about right here. So for this one, I'm going to glue it on before I start putting my lays on. So just a real generous amount of hot glue. Same thing, if your glue is too hot, you might have trouble with the styrofoam melting. So I'm going to let it, and then I'm just going to push that right down on there. So I've got this, and while this is adhering, because I'm going to wrap that one, I'm going to take a pair of dollar store sunglasses, and I'm just going to take one of these S pins and put it right over where the two of those cross, and just push it right in. It's I'm growing a little happier with it, but
Denmark, yay!
Yay! Hello from Denmark. Yeah, I was missing all my international friends today. Okay, so when the glue has dried on that one, I'm going to, and the flip-flop is attached, I'm going to do the same thing. Just take these and wrap these right around. And yes, if you wanted these to be a particular color, you know, maybe you're having a party and you have a color scheme, maybe the pink and green, you know, kind of Lily Pulitzer colors, you can just use those colors. Now, so I know a lot of my friends on the blog had shared some great decor that they had done. So I'm just going to wrap these some more. You know what else you could do with these if you used pink and white? This one kind of made me think of that. Kind of looks like the Cheshire Cat with his pink and white stripes. So you're just going to keep going around, and now I have knocked that off. So I'm going to keep wrapping this, and then I'm going to attach the sunglasses. But because I'm not as happy with this one, this is the way I made the one that I already shared on Hometalk. So same thing, I just wrapped one, then another, then another. And then same thing, take these dollar store sunglasses. So we're just moving this one, moving that on off.
Oh, they said the white stripes look like a beach ball. It does kind of look like a beach ball.
You're right. So there you go. Then I just took a wire, a floral wire. You can also use a piece of string, anything, and I just stuck it right through here and wrapped the two together really tight. And this fluffiness will keep it from the wire from showing. And there you go. And this is going back on my mom's door. I made her bring it down because I didn't want to buy more sunglasses to do this, okay? So there you go, $7, quick, fun wreath. Or even if you're going to a pool party or a summer party, what a nice little gift to take to somebody. So now we're going to get a little fancier, okay? I'm going to move this stuff on off. Don't show that, Lynn. Don't show that stuff I threw on the floor. Lynn helped me hook this up out of the way earlier. And now I'm shocking myself. Oh, I don't want to do this part yet, do I? Okay. Back to the dollar store. And what we're going to do, you don't need these S pins anymore. Dollar store has hula hoops for $1. I have to always try them out because they're not always perfectly round, but they're $1. Okay? And I'm going to take the tag. Oh, it's perfectly. And what I'm making now is an outdoor candelabra. So if you want to add some evening ambiance, and this one, I can't keep all these things I make. So this one is going to my sister because she's been looking for something like this. And my glue rolled away. So I'm going to put some glue down on my glue over here, and the rest of my supplies. And the other supplies, oh no, I don't have my ivy. my ivy, Mom? Okay, the other supplies, I bought 2 garlands. Those were $1 each. No, that's not it. It's the green and white picks. And I bought 4 of these dollar store burlap ribbons. Yes, all those. You can just put them on the corner of the... Okay. I bought these pretty candle holders for $1 each. Okay? Now, the one thing I'm cheating on today is I used up all of the twine that I bought from the dollar store, so I'm using some that I had on hand. And something I want to tell you about this product, and some $27 for me here, shopping at the Dollar Tree. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
But
You're welcome.
if you are to buy your burlap and nicer looking, but my challenge for myself was to make something totally from the dollar store. And again, I think the only thing that I'm using on this that did not come from the dollar store is my hot glue and glue. I'm going to take this burlap ribbon, put a generous amount of hot glue on there, and you have to be really careful.
You were going to do that.
Yeah, you have to be really careful because it's going to squeeze through. And all I'm going to do is wrap this. And like I said, if you use a coupon at a Michael's or a Joann, you probably can get a nicer quality burlap ribbon, or you don't even have to use a burlap ribbon. You could use a floral ribbon or red and white checked, anything that goes with your outdoor decor. I've seen some pretty pink and lime green, or black and white with a pop of green, lime green outdoor decor this year. So you'll see that you can make this any color. This does not have, but this one is kind of a shabby chic look. Okay, good for those of you with a farmhouse style. But because this ribbon is so thin and it's not sealed on the edges, you're going to have a lot of this, the stringiness. And you're going to, when you wrap it, you can see I'm really overlapping a lot. Okay? So to make sure I cover, you could also paint these first, but again, I was trying to make the entire project from the dollar store, and I've never seen spray paint at the dollar store. So, well, I'm going to be able to take this one apart because I have another one already done. Again, the complete tutorial is right there on Hometalk. I'm sure they have shared it. They'll also have this video over, they'll have it here on Hometalk, and I'll also have it on my Facebook page. Okay, so if you're looking for it, and you're just going to then secure it with the hot glue. And you're going to keep going around. So you see I used 2 hula hoops, hot glue together, and then you're going to cover it with the burlap ribbon. When you have it all, just keep going around with the burlap ribbon, then you're going to want to trim or not trim these, as the case may be. And like I said, I really think if you used a coupon at Joann's or Michael's, you might find some really nice ribbon that you can do this with, okay? And I have to put my glasses on to see how long this is. This is 3 yards, so I use 12 yards of ribbon, but if you have a thicker ribbon, you probably can get by with 6. Now, we're gonna jump, because I know you don't want to see me sit here and keep wrapping this and get that me sit here. So, here is the one I already have completely wrapped, and I have just taken this twine, and again, I bought twine at the dollar store, but, well, this one's kind of, my hanger today is a little iffy because I already had this hanging out in the backyard, on the back porch. But then you're going to take your twine after you have your double hoops all done, and you're going to tie it in 4 places. Okay, yeah, see, these have swung around. Okay, so when you have this hanging nice and even, which isn't going to work on this the way I have it hooked up here, then you're going to take your candles and start tying your candles on. And you want to tie them at equidistance. and around so that it doesn't lean one way or another. But what I did was I hang mine at different heights. Now I got these, and I've been in several Dollar Tree stores, both here in Florida, Central Florida, and up in the Cleveland, Ohio area in the last week, and they all still have quite a number. They also have these in a clear, frosted but clear. So, so head out there, and sometimes they're pushed way in the back on the shelf by the candles, but they're there. And Dollar Store always carries these little battery tea lights. So you do not, with all this fabric and rope, you do not want to use real candles in these, okay? There we go. So we're just going to go ahead and keep hanging. I think my sister's working tonight, so she's probably not going to have this up tonight, but I'll bet she'll have this up right away.
I will, tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. So, again, I'm going to hang these at a little different height. Each one. And you can get plenty of, the twine is easy to find at the Dollar Store too, okay? And I was not going to embellish this further, and my husband looked at it and he said, honey, it needs something. So, I'll show you what we're going to do. There we go. Let's turn on all our little candles. You can see with the weight of these candles why I wanted to use double hula hoops. And you could also, I used the smaller hula hoops, but you could also certainly use the real big ones and make quite a big one of these. Or another idea is you can tier these. You could do this small one, and then you could do another one. Oh, my sister's nodding her head. Maybe she'll embellish this a little more after she gets it home. But you can add another tier to this. So just keep adding. This burlap's shedding on my clothes here. Whoa! We almost had a crash. I haven't done that. I've burned myself lots of times on film here, or on video, but I have yet to break anything.
This is true.
But that'll probably happen. Alrighty, I can turn these all on. Yes, I'm gonna. I had mine hanging on my porch, which is kind of shady, so I don't think that they would have gotten enough. Oh, that's what I see. What I did over there. Well, I didn't do these all totally every other this time, but you get the idea. I better hang this a little shorter since we're hanging it over the table. Okay. So you've got this all ready, and this is when my husband said, yeah, honey, it needs a little something. Again, you can make these as simple or as fancy as you would like. But I, again, was trying to make these projects totally from the Dollar Store. So I have these kind of sad, I mean, I love the Dollar Store and the things that you can find there. If you didn't see the Christmas things I made last year, oh, gotta go see them. But their vines, their flowers are good. Their vines leave a little to be desired. So, you will see. I put the vines on and I'm like, okay, that's nice, but that is not enough. So, I just wrap these vines around. I mean, yeah, if you like to drink wine, maybe you want to just do vines and do a little, hang some little plastic grapes from these.
That'd be cute.
So, I'm just going to tie. That's the nice thing about using the burlap and then using this twine. I think it's hemp rope actually that I'm using now, is that it doesn't really show. So I did that to secure the vines. So I did one, and I'm going to do a second one, but then I'm going to make it look way better. Like I said, I spent $27 total on this, and I think that people would think that you spent a lot more, okay? So it's better, but it's not great. Now you have to use your imagination here because I already did this project so that I could share it on Hometalk for you all to see. But I bought 3 ivy bushes. They were $1 each, and then I just simply went around and tucked these stems of ivy right under the burlap, and you're gonna see this really made a difference. I actually went to a couple, like I said, I was up in Ohio this weekend, and I actually went to the dollar stores up there and bought all the ivy like this I could find, because this is really nice looking ivy, and particularly for wreaths and arrangements, if you're hiding the greenery on the inside, it doesn't have to be such, you don't have to spend that much money on it. They're going to be sitting out there by candlelight, sipping their wine. And it's starting to get dark earlier here in the U.S. already. So, I know, it's still summer. Don't rush it. And I mean, you could make this much more substantial if you wanted. You could use chain for this that you can pick up at a home warehouse store or hardware store. So we're almost done with this, and I didn't light all of the candles. But again, I want to remind you, don't use real candles in this, or you are likely to set your strings, your burlap, and your leaves on fire. And I take no responsibility for that, okay? The candle holders came somebody was asking me from my blog, like, where did you get those candle holders? I love them. I'm like, they were $1. Can you believe it? You gotta go to the dollar store. Alrighty, I don't think this is gonna have a huge impact, but I'm gonna turn this light off over here, and I'll push the table out of the way. And there you go. You have a beautiful outdoor summer chandelier. And like I said, if you want to get fancy with this, you certainly can, and do a floral garland around the top. Or like I said, add a little artificial grapes on it. But isn't that nice? It's kind of romantic, I think.
Yep.
So I hope you liked the dollar store projects I brought you today. I'll be bringing you more dollar store projects for fall and for Christmas.